Have a good day. Again we are starting with our new video of the chapter biological classification. This is a very important topic about the five kingdom system of classification performed by R H Whittaker. It is very recent, 1969, and this classification came in our country in our books after 1980 or 1990. That is very recent. And this classification, whatever I have explained in the last video, that is in the Bentham-Noether system of classification, somewhat changes and somewhat new organisms have been developed, and on the basis of this new organism discovered, he has classified the organisms in five kingdoms. He has classified organisms according to certain characteristics. In 1969 only, R H Whittaker has given the system of classification, and he has taken certain criteria for classifying these organisms, that means all the living things, in five kingdoms. So let us start. You try to remember this classification, although this chart you will get in all the books. Then also I have written in the board. It will be very easier for you to understand. So about the characteristics, he has taken the cell type. According to him, five kingdoms are Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plenty and Animalia. First of all, Monera. Monera are the organisms which are developed and which are discovered after the electron micrography whenever we have got. So all monerans are prokaryotic. Let me explain something about the prokaryotic. Prokaryotic means the organisms which do not possess true nucleus. Actually nucleus is there, but it is not true. That why it is not true? Since the nucleus possesses nuclear substances but without any nuclear covering. Nuclear covering is not there, but the nuclear substances, about all the substances are present but no covering, that is the nuclear membrane is not there. So on the basis of cell type he has given Monera. Wherever the Protista, Fungi, Plenty, Animalia, all are eukaryotic. Eukaryotic organisms, that means the organisms which possess true nucleus. True nucleus means nucleus with true nuclear membrane. If nuclear membrane is not there, then only prokaryotic. So out of these five, except Monera, all the four kingdoms, they are possess eukaryotic type of cells. Next topic is a cell wall. In a cell wall, that means Monera coming mainly bacteria, and recently that is cyanobacteria, which were earlier in the, remember, which were earlier in the blue green algae or cyanophyceae. Now it is called cyanobacter due to certain characteristics of similar with bacteria. So Monera coming only the cyanobacteria and bacteria. And next about the cell wall. In cell wall, the cyanobacteria and bacteria, they possess non-cellular polysaccharides and amino acids. So the cell wall of Monera is very thick like bacterial cell. We will explain in our next videos bacterial cell whenever we will study about the class Monera. So these are non-cellular polysaccharides and amino acids. Cell wall is present in Monera. In Protista, Protista is very interesting. Protista means the organisms which are unicellular, that is made up of only one cell with true nucleus. Nucleus is there. Okay, nucleus is there. Remember, nucleus is there. Nucleus is true nucleus. It may be from the plant kingdom or maybe from the animal kingdom according to earlier classification. But the system is only one cell. Remember the name is, it is only one cell organisms, maybe plant or maybe animal, are coming in the Protista. So as I explained in the last class also, that is Protista, some algae which are unicellular, they come in the Protista, like Chlamydomonas is a classical example, which is made up of only one cell and eukaryotic nucleus, that is true nucleus is there, therefore they are coming under the protista. So whenever protista question is there, some plants and some animals like amoeba, paramecium, euglena, which are unicellular, that is only one cell, they are coming under the protista. It is present in some, therefore it is written present in some cell wall. Cell wall is present, we know cell wall is present only in the plants but not in the animals. If cell wall is present, then the organism belongs to the plant group. Okay, so present in some, it is written since in protista some plants and some animals are coming with unicellular, so present in some, cell wall is present in some protista. Whereas fungi is the organism which were earlier in the plant kingdom in the Thallophyta group. You may see the earlier video. As I have told, fungi possess, that is fungi is coming where in the plant kingdom without chlorophyll, and this fungi possess cell wall but without cellulose. Without cellulose, why it is called without cellulose? Because they possess a special type of cellulose which is called fungal cellulose. About these things we will discuss in our next successive classes. So fungi possess cell wall but the cell wall without cellulose. Whenever coming about the plantae, that means all plants, they possess cellulosic cell wall. Why it is cellulose? For example, wood, any types of wood or any types of, that is board is made up of also woods. So whenever the things are woody means cellulose. Cellulose means the hard non-living things and hard substances. So cellulose is present in the plant cell wall. Animal cell wall do not possess any, the animal cell do not possess with any cell wall, because animals like we possess only cell membranes. Cell membrane is, that is the bilayer cell membrane. About cell membrane also we will study later on. So cell membrane possess in the animalia without cell wall. Next about the nuclear membrane, as I have told, nuclear membrane is absent in Monera, and since Monera is prokaryotic, so nuclear material is there but nuclear membrane is absent. Remember the thing, nuclear material, most of the materials are present but without any nuclear membrane. And others, since all are eukaryotic, therefore just like you see all are eukaryotic. So these four, as since all are eukaryotic, therefore all of them possess true nucleus, that is with nuclear membrane. Next, body organization. So natural Monera possess, that means the unicellular prokaryotic, therefore the question of the cellular body organization. So let me tell something extra, that is according to the retrogressive type of evolution. Evolution are two types, that is one is retrogressive, another is progressive. Progressive is from smaller to higher and one is retrogressive. According to a group of scientists like Campbell and the school of thoughts, they told that is the unicellular organisms are most developed, but most of the scientists are arguing, and most of the scientists they are not acquainted and agree with Campbell's theory, as he has told that is only one cell can possess all the activities, starting from, that means feeding, then digesting, reproduction, everything they will perform with their only one cell. Therefore they are more developed organism in the living things, although this theory has been discarded by most of the scientists. So about the body organization, Monera, Protista, they are made up of only one cell. Multicellular organisms are coming from the fungi. Fungi is multicellular. Some are there, some loose tissues also there. Loose tissue, that is cells are loosely arranged without any organization. Without organization, they are surviving nicely. So in the body organization, fungi is multicellular. Whenever we are coming to plenty, all are coming under the multicellular. So they are tissue level and organ level of organization. Tissue level, that is they possess specific type of tissues, and they possess organ system of organization, that is leaf, stem, root, branches, these are organs. And tissue like meristematic tissue, then permanent tissue, then other things like this are the other. So next about the in the body organization, in case of animals possess tissue, organ and organ system type of organization. Animals possess organ system. Remember, organ system means like our digestive system. Organ, whenever the question of organ is coming, that means our mouth, then digestive tract, then our stomach, then liver, these are coming under the organs, and these all the things together forming the organ system. So organ system type of organization present only in Animalia. So this is very important things. In plants, organ systems are there, organs are there, tissues and organs are there, and in animals, organ system, tissue and organ, these are well developed, very nicely developed. Then about the mode of nutrition. Nutrition means how they are taking their food. Only that means nutrition means taking their food, at the same time we are performing our digestion, then our metabolism, everything will come under the nutrition. Nutrition is a large concept starting from digestion. That means whenever we are taking food, digesting, and at the same time we are performing, that is metabolism, breaking down the food in the cellular level. In the cellular level they will break down and they will give the energy, and these energies utilize everything coming under nutrition. So nutrition is a large topic and this is a large concept. Is another chapter is also there about the animal nutrition. So in nutrition, what happens, mode of nutrition, whenever the question of Monera, that is Monera means bacteria and cyanobacteria. So whenever the bacteria and cyanobacteria is there, that is most of them are autotrophic, some are heterotrophic. Whenever autotrophic, then they are chemosynthetic and photosynthetic. Whenever photosynthetic, they are plant-like, that is they can perform, they can make their own food with the help of sunlight, carbon dioxide, etc. Photosynthetic. And whenever chemosynthetic, that is without air, they can survive. Some organisms are there which are anaerobic. Anaerobic, that means without oxygen they can survive. Some bacteria are there, therefore chemosynthetic and photosynthetic. About the heterotrophic means the saprophytes and parasites. Saprophytes means organisms which are living in dead and decaying organisms. That is, they are termed as saprophytes. Some bacteria are there which are saprophytic, and some are parasites. Parasites means they are living on the other organisms and feed on the other organisms. Of course, there most of the cases parasites are harmful. Next about the protista. Protista are autotrophic and heterotrophic. So autotrophic, as I have told earlier, protista are plants and animals, some plants and some animals of the earlier classification. So autotrophic means the plants, heterotrophic means the animals. So whenever autotrophic, then they are photosynthetic. So remember about the protista, all the protista are of the S, they are eukaryotic, therefore they are developed organisms. Next about the next group is fungi. Fungi is heterotrophic, that is fungi cannot be autotrophic because fungi do not possess chlorophyll. Since they do not possess chlorophyll, therefore no question of photosynthesis. So since they cannot perform photosynthesis, therefore they cannot make their own food with the help of sunlight and carbon dioxide and water. So all the fungi are heterotrophic or parasitic. Some are parasite, that is they are living on the body of other organisms. Whenever we are coming to the plenty, all plenty are phototrophic. That is, all plants can prepare their own food with the help of sunlight, carbon dioxide, water and chlorophyll. This is the main composition of photosynthesis, the process called photosynthesis. So, all the plants are autotrophic and animals are heterotrophic. So, animals, when there is a question of animal, then there is no phototrophic. Generally, in biology, we will always tell us the generally. We will not keep anything specific. Some exceptions are there. Okay, all animals are heterotrophic, but some may be, like euglena is exception, and euglena is a puzzle in biology. Euglena is plants or animal. It has plant like chlorophyll, therefore it can produce its own food and it can move from one place to another like animal. So zoologists are telling that the euglena is animal and botanists are telling that means euglena is plants. So like some exceptions are there. In biology we will not tell about the all. Some generally we will use the generally. Some exceptions are there, but we will not consider the exception. Exception should not place, for example. Okay, so animalia are heterotrophic. Heterotrophic, that means they have to depend on others for their nutrition. We, like animals, we are either holozoic, saprophytic, or saprotrophic, or holozoic, like this. So holozoic means animal. Holo means like, zoan means animals. Holo means like and zoan means animal. So holozoic means animal like feeding, that is, as we are taking food and swallowing, that is the holozoic. Saprophytic means, that means organisms which depends on dead and decaying organism, they are saprophytic. So some animals are there saprophytic and most of them are holozoic. So this is the criteria on the basis of what R H Whittaker has been classified this 5 kingdom system of classification. So if any confusions are there, then you please call me or you may write to me. You try to remember this chart nicely and it will help you in the knowing about the recent system of classification. Thank you.